jumping the other day. And I'm not sure about timeline jumping. I'm hearing lots of people have varying experiences with it. However, in Vegas, we did have a lot of different items drop into different dimensions and then come back. So I guess that could be an experience of timeline jumping. Who knows?
Well, yeah, that and some of those smells that we were smelling.
Oh, it was fascinating. Anyway,
That was interesting.
Who are we? We are all
Yes.
in alignment, creating sacred spaces with Anita and Cheryl. And every Friday we come to you live. Oh, and okay, you might have to do yours. Yep. Mine gets blurred out with my background. Our topic, and you can see me shuffling, comes from the Personal Paradise card deck of Tara Catherine Collins, friend, mentor, teacher, creator of the Western School of Feng Shui in California. Amazing woman. And I'm not sure how their podcast is doing, but they have a brand new podcast. But we have some exciting news.
Yeah, I think it's going really well, actually.
Good.
I posted a link in our group sharing, where people can listen.
Right.
And the one that they did yesterday was all about artwork in your spaces, which,
nice.
We've talked about before.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And it's that time where we are planning the fall courses. And we have the Western Feng Shui Essential Feng Shui Certification Training scheduled for September 29 to October 5th.
Wow.
In Red Deer.
In Red Deer. Nice.
And the two other trainers in the US, Roseanne Aronik, is doing her training the week before in Bellingham, I don't know.
It'll be on the website.
It's on the website. Bellingham, I think it is. And then, Lori Gorillo is doing, she does a 2-week online one. So anyways.
So options for you if you want to become certified as an essential feng shui practitioner. Way cool. You need to share with everybody about our exciting news and our virtual stage and what's shaping up there. Because I still don't have a card yet. They're being real stubborn.
Well, we, as you know, or maybe you don't know, Cheryl and I host Power of an Unstoppable Woman live event in Red Deer, October 19 and 20. And since we did the live event October 2023, we have been doing a Power of an Unstoppable Woman virtual stage where we shine the spotlight on, showcase unstoppable women once every 2 weeks. And we now have a Power of an Unstoppable Woman ambassador.
Yay!
Melody Carberry is aligned with us, and she is going to be taking on that role of promoting those unstoppable women, scheduling their presentations, all of that goodness. So yay, we're super excited for that because
we are very excited.
A little bit of time for Cheryl and I to do other exciting things, which we'll probably tell you about.
What about what are we doing tomorrow?
I believe we also have our Power of an Unstoppable Woman VIP tickets are a little bit of a savings until tomorrow, June 1st. I'll pop a link in the chat box if anybody's interested.
Because oh my gosh, we've been going through the speaker applications. Wow. Amazing. Can we just say you're gonna blow your socks off?
Yeah, absolutely.
And before we get going, I finally have 3 cards. Tomorrow, we have the honor of, and this will be really fun, I think. So, Uncommon Wisdom
Mm.
New platform, and they are doing a mini summer retreat live and in person in Vancouver tomorrow. Anita and I are going to tap into that, and we get to do some teaching tomorrow to their class.
Mhm.
We won't be live and in person, but we will be live to the class. So I'm excited about that. We'll let you know
You know,
how it
and
goes.
that's, again, that's kind of a little first thing for us
That is a
because
first. Yeah.
we haven't we've been on virtual stages
Mhm.
before, but it's usually
For a
where
virtual event.
everybody's on the virtual stage.
Mhm.
So we are going to be on the virtual stage at a live event. Yeah,
Who
cool.
knew? Yay.
Cool,
Okay,
cool.
so
So
we
good
have,
morning, Claire. Good morning, Paula.
oh, good
Claire's
morning.
super
Good morning.
excited about
Yeah.
the Power of a Woman event. Yes, so stay tuned. In a couple of weeks, we are going to have all the amazing presenters
Speakers.
on there. Wow.
Yay. Okay, so cards that came up today.
I put stay tuned on my post
Stay
here.
tuned. Stay tuned. Stay
Stay
tuned.
tuned for something coming soon.
Or have a cup of coffee, a sip, and
Stay
then stay
tuned.
tuned.
There we go. Stay tuned.
And I'm still under renovations. I'm back in my newly freshly painted office. That's why you see nothing on the walls, and I've made a makeshift stand here, but it works and I'm here. So the first card that came out is the number 20 card, fireplaces.
Mm.
Then the number 47 card, wealth and prosperity, which is funny because laying in bed this morning, I'm thinking, my wealth and prosperity in this house right now is so full of all of our possessions while we're going through renovations. It's crazy. And the number 22 card, comfort and safety.
Mm.
And this one is likely because in my energy field anyway, we've tried to move things and position stuff so our home is still comfortable, it's still livable, and it's still safe for all the different tradespeople coming in and out. So we've had flooring layers here. There's two late women here that are doing painting in the kitchen right now. It still has to be safe, in my opinion, for people to function. It doesn't matter what kind of condition a space is in. Safety still needs to be of the essence.
Mm-hmm. 100%. And good on you to have that, because so many people, when they are renovating, I mean, things are just
Yeah.
total chaos. So you have kind of organized your chaos so that
Mhm.
it's not chaotic, right?
Yeah, we still need those spaces to be grounded. We still need to be able to live and function in our home. And I'll tell you, when you got a pet like Teo,
Mm,
who wants attention, you
yeah.
still have to be cognizant of your pets and what they are willing to do. So Rod and I last night were talking in the kitchen, and because we have all new flooring, the painters very meticulously laid down this protective flooring barrier and
Mm-hmm.
taped it down. But Teo knows how to lift up tape. So I had to go
Oh.
behind him and retape it in places because he wanted attention. It's just too funny.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they know when something's off.
Oh,
Mhm.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Anyway, okay,
Anyways,
let's
okay,
get
well,
rolling.
let's talk about fireplaces.
Okay.
So as soon as that came up, then I went,
Mhm.
oh yeah, reminder, got to clean out the fireplace. So I have to put that on the list.
Oh, and what are you cleaning out a fireplace from?
So thank you, universe, for that message. That's at the cabin.
Right.
The firebox needs to be cleaned out. So
Well, and that's because your family is leaving a place that had been being rented. So
mhm,
you're doing your due diligence and cleaning up before the next people or the owners themselves re-inhabit the place. And
mhm,
kudos to you for doing that.
mhm. And yeah, and it was a great cozy little
It was.
space, and that fireplace gave so much warmth.
Hmm.
And I actually remember my mom coming out there, I don't know, probably in November or December or something, and she she loves to be warm.
Mhm.
And she was just like, oh, I just love this wood burning stove fireplace, Anyways, and it's so there's like that little memory, right?
Right.
So there's a nice warm fuzzy memory over sitting around that warmth. There
Mhm.
really is nothing like the warmth of a real wood fireplace.
Well,
Nothing.
we came pretty close last weekend there because we had a little party for you for your birthday, and
Mm-hmm.
there was one of the propane fire pits outside.
Mm-hmm.
That was quite lovely last week too. And again,
Yeah.
your mom was there. She's so cute. Hi, Gigi.
Yeah. Yeah. She's probably not watching.
No, I know, but that's okay.
Well,
Um,
that's okay. Yeah, we're
yeah,
sending her love in the quantum field.
exactly. But even that little propane, you're right. Like when I went home after your party last weekend, I said to Rod, I thoroughly enjoyed that. We were outdoors, we were in nature. Your grandkids were playing out on the lawn with their uncles and their dad, and the dogs were running around, and we went and looked at the lake, and just that being out in nature.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of energy that goes around with it. And I was grounding. It was very nice. And I think that propane heater, that propane fire pit really actually helped, or gas, I guess it was a fire pit,
Yeah.
but
Mm-hmm.
it really helped with the ambiance and for your mom, the heat, because she
Yeah.
was cool as well. So,
Well, and we are in that time of year when we can have an outdoor, right? An outdoor fire, whether
mhm,
it's the gas heated or a real outdoor fire.
mhm.
I mean, there is something to be said about sitting around that outdoor fire,
Yes.
just, in the evening, like you say, if you're out camping, maybe you're listening to the crickets or the frogs or the coyotes or something like that.
Mhm,
Like it really is. It's just so peaceful and calming and relaxing.
mhm.
So we're going to encourage you all to, have a gather, right? And that's the other thing, it's that gathering
Gathering.
place.
Yeah,
And before the
absolutely.
Romans came and started to, create square boxes around architecture, buildings were round. And the fireplace, the cooking, the heating of the home was in the center of the
Mhm,
home. And it was a place for everybody to gather, to have conversation, tell stories, make memories. And so, we can take some of that and
mhm.
infuse it into our busy everyday life. Yeah.
True,
Mhm.
true. Okay, let's talk
I'm
number.
warm. I'm warm just
You're all
thinking
warmed
about
up.
it.
Me too.
And you know what? Maybe put in the comments, if you have a memory, right? Do you have a
Hmm.
recent memory or do you have a fond memory, maybe of growing up or camping or something, around that fire, whether it's an outdoor or an indoor. Yeah, throw
Oh,
us
I
some
have a memory.
comments in there.
I'll share it in a second. But let's talk about number 47, the wealth and prosperity card. My memory, we had growing up, we had a cabin up at the lake,
Mm-hmm.
and we always had a fire pit. So the cabin was here and the lake was here, and midway to the lake, we kind of had a little bit of a landing. And that's where we had an outdoor fire pit, and we were roasting marshmallows, of course. And mine caught on fire. So
Oh, I have one of those stories. Yeah.
instead of
Anyway.
blowing it out, I do this. No, stuck.
Ooh,
Burning sugar.
do you have a scar?
I do not, and I don't know how I don't. But then
Wow.
maybe that's why I have gray hair here. I don't know. But I think back now and think, yeah. Thankfully, my siblings were around, and obviously somebody got it off my head fast enough. But
Hmm.
yeah, the things we do when we're kids. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's talk
Anyways, I
number
have a similar
47.
story, but I'm not going to tell it right now.
Okay. Wealth and
Yeah, so
prosperity.
wealth and prosperity. And you said yours is full of all of your possessions, so yay,
Yay.
right?
Yeah.
That's a opportunity to be grateful and to look
Absolutely.
at it all, kind of like you say, in one area, one space, and you go,
Wow.
oh wow, this is abundance, in action.
Well, just even laying in bed this morning, that's what I was thinking and thanking the universe for. Right. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, we're going through the renovations. There's abundance right there. The abundance of the tradespeople that are showing up when we need them at the perfect time. You know, this person says, "Oh, well, I do drywall." Perfect. I was looking for someone to do drywall. Now it's
Mm-hmm.
floor and now it's baseboard. They'll appear as
Mm-hmm.
well, right? But that flow and still being open to receiving that flow
Mm-hmm.
of abundance. So the front
Mm-hmm.
door is wide open, room for it to flow in. But
Well, and if we look at the fireplace
mhm,
card and or the fire pit,
yep,
right? And then the wealth and prosperity card came up. Um, even though wealth and prosperity is associated with that fire energy,
mhm,
it's active, we wouldn't necessarily put a fire pit in the wealth and
right.
prosperity area of the yard. Okay. So just like we often talk about the bagua of the home, which is the energetic grid of your home,
Just have to have
your
it.
outdoor landscape, your yard also has a energetic grid,
Mhm,
and it has a wealth and prosperity area of your yard.
absolutely.
And we wouldn't recommend that you put a fire pit in that area because it could, burn up your abundance. And we've all
Mhm,
heard, those sayings of, oh, burning up your energy or burning up your money or whatever, something like
burning a
that.
hole in your pocket.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah. Um, so, instead we would put a water feature would be better because then
Mhm,
it's all about flow, just like Cheryl was just talking about. It's that flow, that constant movement of energy. We're not burning something up.
mhm,
And then again, it would be important to note that your landscape, bagua, quite often is different than your home, bagua, based on how the energy flows into the property. Anyways,
mhm.
we'd be more than happy to help you figure that out. But anyways, that's what I got on that one. What about you?
Well, everything. So when you're talking, like you said, about the fireplaces, and yours was about, oh yeah, I need to clean that out. That maintenance again, right? If there isn't any room or any space for abundance to flow in, you need to clean it out. You need to make
Mm,
that space and welcome the chi flow. Abundance, energy, wealth, money, everything is energy. And if something is stuck, if something is stagnant, then you need to look at what's going on. So if the flow of abundance isn't coming in, why? What's the question?
mhm,
Why isn't it happening? What is my beliefs? Because I'll tell you what, we are manifesting so quickly right now. Unbelievable. Well, it is believable, actually. I shouldn't say it's unbelievable. It's generating, and that we're talking about the energy speeding up. So are your manifestations. And if one of your blocks on wealth and prosperity is that things aren't moving, things aren't coming to you, well, that's your belief, which means it's
mhm,
also manifesting faster. So it's
mhm.
that inner talk. So maybe there's some inner fireplace work that
Oh, yeah, yeah,
that
yeah, of
needs some
course.
cleaning out.
Mhm,
Mhm. Letting go of some
mhm.
beliefs, right? And there's different ways of doing it. There's different modalities. Anita experienced something at Gatherama in Las Vegas working with Daniel, another new way of releasing um, beliefs. He's got quite the little device, which if she wasn't typing, I'd have her chat about, but
Yeah, that was, yeah, we might have to put a link, I think, because I think he has them on his website.
he does. Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, that was pretty cool too. Oh, so much cool stuff
But it's
happening.
all about those beliefs. One of the painters that was here at the house yesterday, if you hear me and I sound a little congested, it's the spruce pollen. And my whole backyard is lined with spruce trees. Guess which way the wind is blowing all the pollen into my house. And
Mhm.
we're painting, so the windows are open. I'm wiping yellow, like my ledges are
Yeah.
coated in yellow pollen. That's a lot of abundance. abundance of pollen. Anyway, I was talking with one of the painters
Ooh,
yesterday,
and look at that. And then it's golden,
and it's
right?
golden.
Ooh,
So
and I think there's some nutritional properties in the pollen from the spruce trees. I don't know if they gather it and make tea or something, maybe the indigenous, that's just something was telling me
popping
about
into
that.
your head there. Well, maybe if somebody knows something about that, they can type it in the chat or let us know, provide a link. That would be interesting. Anyway, talking with this painter who his origination is Mexico, he was telling me about regression therapy and what he's
Ooh.
done to work with his past lives to alleviate some of his allergies. So it was very fascinating because,
Oh, yeah.
right, you never know where somebody else is coming from, what somebody else is going through. So to have that conversation with him last night was very cool. I totally unexpected, but
Mm-hmm.
he was trying to be of assistance. He could hear that I was suffering
Stuffed up.
and
Mm-hmm.
stuffed up. So he was giving me some suggestions, which then led to past life regression therapy and different things that he's done. And then I started
Cool.
sharing with him about different energy work. And so it struck up a whole new conversation with someone that would never have guessed it. Would
Yeah, you wouldn't have otherwise had that conversation,
no,
right?
no.
Yeah.
So I appreciate the pollen and the spruce trees
Mm-hmm.
for opening up that conversation with him, because who knows where that leads.
Well, and there's another example of how the abundance shows up,
Hmm.
right? Because again, when you're having conversation, then you're, enlarging your community. And like you
Mhm.
say, who knows, maybe down the road you might reach out to him and he might connect you with someone else who might be
Exactly.
the catalyst for
Mhm.
something really big, or I mean, we just never know. And so yeah, it's creating that community. I love
Mhm.
it.
Well, and it's
Okay,
interesting
let's talk
because
about comfort and
safety.
safety.
Okay.
And that's the whole premise. That's the whole reason why we
Practice feng
practice feng
shui.
shui in the first place, is because when we feel comfortable in our environment, when we feel safe in our environment,
Mhm.
then our autonomic nervous system relaxes
Mm.
and happy hormones start to flow and it boosts our immune system. We show up happier, we show up more aware, right? You're more in tune with that environment, with whether it's nature, right? Or being right in your home. And all of that, really, I mean, our bodies are constantly seeking homeostasis.
Mhm.
We're always trying to go back to homeostasis. So when we can create that environment that is comfortable and safe, that helps us to get back to that balance, which is homeostasis.
Exactly.
Who knew,
Who
right?
knew? Well
Who
said.
knew?
Well said. I think so the first time the painters were here, they did the ceilings and stuff for us. And one of the women, Judy, shout out to Judy. Hi, Judy. Um, asked what I did, and then we started talking about numbers. And I lent her my double digitology book. So while she was on a break, she took it out to her vehicle and started reading it. So that opened up a conversation with her,
Mm.
right? Because she said, I see 1111 all the time, which is very cool. So double digitology is the book you guys see me refer to every week. What's interesting today is the twos. Okay. So 2 in the 20, 47 is 11. That's a 2. And 22.
22.
We have 4 twos that appeared today.
And that equals an 8, which
Yeah.
takes us back to that wealth and
Infinity.
prosperity,
Yeah.
infinity
That
number,
symbol. So
which
I
is
want to tap
again
into,
about balance,
yeah,
right? We just talked about homeostasis and balance.
exactly.
So
So
yeah,
I
I'm
was
curious,
hoping
what are the 4 twos?
that's what I was looking for, but they go to 3 twos. So they do
Oh,
the triple 2, which is fine because we've
okay.
got fireplaces at 20 and comfort and so we're going to talk
Right.
about the triple 2 instead. So 2,
Mhm.
2, 2. The 2, 2, 2 creates another energy completely. You've got the master builder in the 22, but you also have the master builder that is acknowledging the wondrous mechanisms of their foundation. 222 adds up to a 6, and I'll talk about the 6. I'll talk about the 8 instead, because we have the 2 acknowledges your beliefs. The 222 takes that acknowledgement of your belief system, your energy, and your focus, and brings it into a place where you will encounter and teach. It brings in a frequency that invokes the divine partnership and the building aspects of all that this galaxy offers. This is why the 222 is so significant. So imagine adding another 2 to that. Massive. But I want to go to the 8 now, because the 8 is the shape of the 3 completed. It is in balance, even though it's still rolling about. So even though we're going through renovations, I can still find my balance. Right smack in the middle. I'm not getting carried away, getting pulled this way or pulled that way. I can come back and find my center. When the 8 is out of balance, it means that you really get to focus your energy in your financial house, your spiritual house, as well as your physical belongings. When it is in balance, it still represents infinity. It represents the focus of being a good steward of the world, a good giver or service provider. And you, of course, can get your own, and I'm going to snoot because I have to sneeze.
Okay, well, to infinity and beyond. Toy Story. That's Buzz Lightyear for all of you, in case you don't know. I love that story. To infinity and beyond. So that's what the power of 8 is. It's, you know, it's infinite. It is the infinity symbol.
And that infinite abundance.
And we are infinite beings. And I loved the on our virtual stage the other night, we had Reverend Sheila Tillich. You know, we shone the spotlight on her, and she's from Rochester, New York. And I really, you know, it just kind of sat with me. It's been kind of sitting with me all week. You know, the topic of her presentation was our loved ones never leave us. And she said something really profound about, you know, when our loved ones transition and they're no longer in body. I mean, we're infinite beings, so they're still there, they're still around. She's able to communicate with all of her siblings and her mom and dad and family members. And, you know, the thing that really sat with me was that the infinite being is not the same energy as the physical being was. So, you know, what an opportunity to let go and heal and balance some of those past things, right? Yeah. So these infinite, we're infinite beings. And when we go to the other side, we're not going to be the same energy that we are here. You know, we're going to leave all the crap here. And we're just going to go and be magnificent again.
Yes,
because that's really
we're
what we are.
magnificent here as we are right now.
That's what we are. We just, you know, we're here to discover and relearn that. Yeah. Anyways, master building. There we are. Master building again.
And in 2 weeks, we have, and I don't know if she's on with us today, but she's often with us on the same Power of an Unstoppable Woman virtual stage. Kathy Stubbs will be joining us. So I'm really excited because Kathy is very, very talented healer. She is a channel. She is multi-diverse in the healing field. She has studied a lot of different modalities. So I'm very excited for her presentation. I have a funny feeling there's going to be some healing happening for people that are attending. So you got to make sure you're registered for that.
Well, there's already people registered. Like people have already been
jumping on. Yay, that's awesome. Yay. So
yeah. Woo. Okay, well, we're at the top of the hour. We're at 10:01, where there's another 2. Next week is the first Friday of the month. So you know what that means? That's our Feng Shui Oracle card reading day. So you can, put your name in the chat. We'll remind you next week, of course.
Of course.
And until then, closing words, my friend.
Oh, I think closing words are just stand for a minute and appreciate all the energetic abundance that's around you. There's an abundance of oxygen.
Appreciate the appreciation.
The appreciation. So even in the allergy season for some, what's the energy behind why I react? That's my question. So what is it? I love nature. Oh, what is it that triggers in me? That's my question. Yep.
I have 8 on today.
Oh, you do
I
too.
just noticed that. Anyways, okay.
All right.
We'll see you all next week. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.